So welcome to the third and final video in this course on how to make money with Teespring. So far we've learned what Teespring is and the potential for earning, and we've learned how to set up a decent campaign. We've also gone and we've found inspiration from other people that are selling lots of these t-shirts already so that we can come up with our own designs and ideas. Now if you haven't watched any of those videos already, go back and check them out before you carry on with this one, just so you're up to speed. Now in this video we're going to tackle the most difficult part, which is actually selling the t-shirts. It's not as hard as it sounds, to be honest. All you've got to do is marry your design up with the right audience. So I'm going to show you some different techniques. Some of these cost money, some of these are totally free, some take a bit more work than others, but they all work. So I hope you enjoy this final video in this course on how to make money with Teespring, and make sure you sign up to our mailing list so that we can send you info when we add more courses like this in the future. So let's get cracking. Okay, so this one's all about promotion, and in the interest of keeping this below 3.5 days long, I'm going to be quite general in this, in the different methods that you can use. Now, if you want a more detailed look into any of these, then please just let me know. I'll be happy to make a video that will do exactly that. But for now, I'm just going to crack on and get through these different methods. Now, we're going to start with something called Facebook. Now, anyone who doesn't know what Facebook is, welcome to the planet Earth. It's pretty crappy weather most of the time, but I'm sure you'll love your stay. In all seriousness now, Facebook is a really good way to promote your Teespring campaign. So you've got your campaign all set up from the other videos, you've got a nice little design, and you've got that link that they gave you for your campaign. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using to throw around all over the place. Now, the first and most fundamental, simplest, but not necessarily the best way to do things is to just share your link on your page. If you've chosen something that you're interested in and other people know you're interested in, there's a good chance a lot of your friends are interested in it as well. So you can share it on your page, people may well buy it that way. You can also call those same friends and call in some favors and get them to share it as well. The step up from just sharing it with your friends and getting your friends to share it is sharing it within groups. So you can search for different groups related to your niche or to your t-shirt design, and then you can share your link in there. Now go careful with this, because some people frown upon you sharing links. Just read, see whether they mind, that sort of thing. There may be a good chance that they don't want you to do that, or your post might get deleted, or you'll get termed a spammer. So you need to go careful with that. But now that you're finding groups and pages that are related to you, make sure you note them down, because there's another great method you can use to actually get your stuff out there, and it's a lot safer than just spamming those groups with your link. This way involves you actually getting in contact with the page owner. Now, there's a lot of pages out there that aren't marketing savvy, but they have big followings. Now, I'll show you one here. This is I Love Pugs. It's obviously all about loving the dog type. That is Pug. And as you can see, it's got nearly 92,000 likes. Lots of people like these pugs. Scrolling down here a little while ago when I was checking all this out, I can see that there's hardly any promotion of anything other than other pages, other groups, and then pretty much photos of the dogs. Okay, now a great way to do this is you can actually message the owner of a page. As long as they've got messages switched on, they can switch it off. But as you can see here, see this message part here, that means they've got it switched on and they don't mind if you contact them. So what we'll do is we'll actually start up a conversation, and you would say, hey there, love your page. I don't know if you know, but you're missing out on a lot of potential here. I'm actually a t-shirt designer, and I'd like to talk a bit with you about how we could both make a bit of money out of your page. Okay, now, if they really aren't marketing savvy, then they won't have thought about this. So you're going to get in there. Just don't be too salesy about it. Be nice. Maybe even throw a couple of messages backwards and forwards before you even mention the fact that you're doing this thing. Notice I said I'm a t-shirt seller. Now, strictly we're using Teespring. But again, because they're not marketing savvy, it's no point saying to them, hey, I've got this place called Teespring, and they give you a commission, which is based on this here. I've got a t-shirt maker and I've designed this thing. And what happens is I promote the link, blah, 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 blah. They'll switch off within seconds. If you just say to them, hey, I really like your page, I'd like to help you out, I can design a t-shirt for you, would you be up for selling it? They're far more likely to answer you, and they're far more likely to get involved. So you miss out all that stuff about Teespring being the one who provided it and everything. And the cool thing about that is, even though you know you're not actually producing the t-shirts or sending them out, you can tell them that you've got it covered. You can say, hey, don't worry about all that stuff. All you're going to have to do is advertise it. I've got everything else covered. And then what you can do is you can send them a couple of your designs that you came up with, even get them to pick one maybe, so they're even more involved in it, and they'll know what their page likes and doesn't like. You can say, hey, how about this design? How about that design? What's the favorite picture that's been shared on your page, etc., etc. And you can use them to help design something that's going to sell really well. So you get to know them, you throw it up there. What then happens is you will give them a percentage of the sales. Now, it's up to you how you work out that part of it, because obviously you need to make sure that they're going to get their money. They need to be assured that they are going to get their money. So that's kind of down to you, but you get the concept of it. And believe me, there's a lot of pages out there that do this just for the likes. They've never thought about monetizing it whatsoever. So you can come along, you can say, hey, you know how much you love running that page? Well, now you can make some money with it too. So that's that method of doing it. Now, the next step up from going to someone with a page is to actually invent a page yourself. Now, if you've developed your t-shirt around something you're already a part of and you've already got a page, like for example, I've got my band Sponge. So here's our page. I could develop a t-shirt around maybe some of our song lyrics or something like that. I can pop it up on this page and they would sell. Now, we don't do that because we've got our own merchandise, but we could do in the future, or if we just wanted to put something out there that we didn't really want to do a proper run of, then that would be another option. If you've got a page like this, then obviously go there, make something based around the theme of your page and put it up there. Now, if you haven't got a page based around what you've got, or you've seen something that's selling really well and you think I want to get into that, but I wasn't in it before as far as Facebook's concerned, then you can actually make a page. Very easy to make, and I won't go into it here because, like I say, this is like a general thing. You can probably find something on YouTube anyway, and I may well put up a different tutorial on how to make a good page in a different video. So now to get likes to that page, again, you would post it on different related pages. You would like other pages. You would comment as that page. Okay, now if all this is quite confusing, don't worry. I think I'm going to do a video on it anyway. But so invent your own page. Also, once you've got a Facebook page, you can actually throw an ad campaign at it on Facebook as well, and that'll build up your likes. And it's actually very easy to build up likes in something that people are passionate about. That's another way to do it. That does obviously cost money though, but definitely worth thinking about, especially if you've got a really big target market. Once you've got that page up there, you would just throw up the t-shirts like you were doing when you were asking someone else for the page, like the I Love Pugs page, which I'm going to look at again just to get some cute puppy pictures. There we go. Isn't it lovely? He's even spelled his name. And if you remember in the last video, I also showed you that engineers page, so you can see how much potential there is if you actually build up a fan page and do it that way. Okay, so that's Facebook in a very general nutshell. Like I say, I can go into this in more detail. Just let me know what you'd like to hear. But it's not all about Facebook, although that seems to be the flavour of the month, and lots of people are doing it, and it does work well if you do it well. A lot of them are spending a lot of money on Facebook ads, though, which obviously comes out of the profit. But as long as you're making more than you're spending and you can afford to do that, great. If you can't afford Facebook ads, then obviously go the slower but cheaper route of actually building up a fan page just by sharing it around and getting friends to share it, etc., etc. It's well worth the time, it's well worth the effort, and you will make money off of it. Now, there are other ways you can do this as well, though. Basically, anywhere that you would normally promote yourself or something that you've done, you can go ahead and promote on there. So anyone that's heard of it, LinkedIn, if you're on LinkedIn, this is my LinkedIn profile right here. Now, you can share updates and with the different people that are in your group. Now, obviously, if you're into something, like you're into a certain sport, there's a very good chance you're a member of a group of that sport. Now, you can share an update, you can share it with that group, you can post it in that group if they allow it. Again, go careful you're not spamming people, and hopefully people will pick it up from here. So that's something you can do in line with it as well. Now, if you're a little bit more tech savvy, then maybe you could make a video based around your campaign or based around your t-shirt idea, and you can post that on YouTube and share that link around as well. You can share that on Facebook again, you can share it in the different groups. It's just another way for people to bump into your campaign. I'm actually bringing out a video on how to make videos, which is a kind of weird, loopy, time continuum space thing. And, you know, don't cross the streams and all that. But I am bringing out a video on how to make videos. So maybe you could use that once you've got that skill set. The reason to do this, like I've just mentioned, is the more chance there is of people bumping into your link, into your campaign, obviously, the more likely you are to sell t-shirts. Something people don't tend to think about, because all of this is such an online thing, the Teespring's online, Facebook and everything where they're seeing it promoted is online, is they forget about the offline world. Now, you shouldn't. Now, you do need to take into account that there is postage and packaging to add to these t-shirts. And if you're based in the UK like I am, then obviously shipping from America costs a bit more. So if I'm doing a physical thing, so I'm going out there and I'm selling it in the real world, I obviously have to take that extra cost into account. But apart from that, it's something that not many people are doing. So there's a very good chance you can kill it with it. Now, I live near a university and there's lots of students wandering around and they're all into whatever it is that they need to be into right now, that the TV and the magazines or whatever are telling them to be into. Now, if I've got something based around that on a t-shirt, obviously remember that whole trademark infringement, no go, don't do that, naughty, naughty area. So as long as I'm not doing anything naughty like that, then I can actually go out and sell these things in the physical world. Now, how do I do that? Well, by far the easiest way is to make up a flyer. Now, on the flyer, all you do is you put your slogan or your picture, your t-shirt, whatever. You put something catchy, very much like you set up your campaign. Okay, and then you just go out and you flyer the heck out of the place that you want to sell it at. So like I say, in my example, it's a university. I might do something based on whatever the latest TV show is at the moment all the students are talking about, and I would go out and I would literally just flyer them. Now, even better, I could pay some students to flyer for me. So all you've got to do is throw them 10, 20 quid and they'll go flyer their entire campus for you anyway. Now, as far as actually creating the flyers, there's lots of places out there that do really cheap printing, okay? So you can go to like a cheap flyer printer and get thousands of them done for not very much at all. And when you remember that you're going to be making about $11 profit on each one you sell, it soon swallows that cost. But I'm not a graphic designer, I hear you cry. I haven't got the tools to make the flyer in the first place. Well, that's not a problem either, because there's plenty of places online that will do this sort of thing for absolutely next to nothing. Now, the best one that I know of is called Fiverr.com. That's Fiverr with an extra R on the end, because it's funny. And all you can do is you can go here and search, and you can type flyer design, press return, and it'll throw back all the people that are offering flyer design services. Now, they're doing it for $5, which is what, £3 at the moment, something like that. You can click through here. You can do it by the recommended. I would suggest going to highest rating, and then you can click through and you can see the past stuff they've done, and you can see what it is they're doing for other people. Now, if I just click through this, there you go. It's comedy night, brochure designs. Now you can see these aren't shabby flyers. They can do their stuff, and it's going to cost you about £3. So throw £3 at them, tell them what you want, give them a picture in your t-shirt, and you've got your flyer. Go get it printed, go pay a student to throw it around their campus, and you're done. As long as it's something that the students can relate to in this particular case, then great. You can also apply that obviously to all sorts of things. You could go to trade shows. You could ask people at craft shows if they mind having flyers on their table which are advertising your t-shirts. There's all sorts of ways you can use these flyers, and that's just one idea in the offline world. Hopefully you'll spark a few more off of what I'm talking about anyway. So that's how you can go out and you can make a bunch of money with Teespring. Like I say, it's very general. You want me to fill in any of the details in the nitty gritty, then you just let me know and I will make that video for you. So I hope you found this interesting. I hope it's fired up a few ideas in your mind. You can go out and start promoting those Teespring campaigns that you've already built, and you can start making some proper money. Now, remember, depending on what you've set your time scale on in Teespring, you could be making money and earning within the next 3, 7, 10 days. Just get out there, try some of these things out. The ones that don't cost any money, obviously you're just going to take your time, so they're definitely worth it. The ones that cost a bit of money, just try them, just tweak them. If you can afford to do it, then go out and do that. If you can't afford to do them yet, make some money off the free methods and then use the paid ones, because the paid ones are definitely quicker and they're definitely more potential. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this little course. There's going to be plenty more things like this on their way pretty soon. Thanks very much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and go check out our Facebook page as well. And I appreciate each and every one of you for listening. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.